What up? It's Am Moses. You already can't know W, man. We going live on YouTube as well as Facebook, man. So all the Messiahs, make sure you do what you need to do so you can get a free reading, man. I want everyone to get these free readings, man. That's already known, man. So make sure you share. That's the most important aspect of you getting real right, man. Getting a free reading, man. That's all I like to do. Give these free readings, give this information out, sharing my knowledge, the things that I've dedicated my life to doing, as far as, serving my people, man. So for Melba, because I already know Melba has shared, so we're gonna do tarot card readings. We're gonna do oracle card readings. I got all three decks today, man. Not just the tarot cards. We got the oracle cards as well. So make sure you share, man. So I've been drawn to Melba, of course. What's up, Andreka? We're gonna give everyone who comes in and indicates, that they want a free reading, man. So for Melba, of course, we have 41. Self-discipline. Beautiful red, beautiful glowing energy that is ultimately going to serve you. And we have the two of grails, but I pulled it reversed for you. So let me give you your message. Understanding your energy is ultimately going to serve you. So at this point, of course, you need understanding. Is the it 4 is the number of transformation, very important in your situation. 1 is the number of identity, communication, knowledge. Because ultimately, the more knowledge that you gain, the better you'll be at communicating. Okay? The more you'll have to offer to this world. Let me put a little bit of all day on my lips so I can be able to do exactly what you need to do. Self discipline is the only way that you're going to be able to communicate your level of value. I can say it like that, value. Communication rules the nation. And having self discipline is the ultimate way to show self love. Thank you. Make sure if you're on YouTube, make sure that you indicate that you've shared. All right. Thank you, thank you. And then the two of grails, the two of cups, very emotional card. This is again an indication that you need to be touching your environment with the self love that you have. So we have Andrika, we have Michaela, everyone that needs to be in here. Let me know when you shared so you can get your fair share of readings. So let me go back. Let me shuffle. Let me do you guys right. Make sure you tag a good friend. Make sure you slide in people's DMs with these readings, man. It's not a coincidence if you're here. It's not a coincidence if you're hearing a message, that resonates with you because we're all connected. We're all related spiritually if we're in this room right now. So let me pull Andrika a message. I'm going to give you a neutral card reading. And I like to make it real quick. I'm just going to do it once. 5 from the top. Okay, we have for you, again reversed, the Master of the Sword. Excuse me. And Patience, 2. Again, a very important card, a very important indicator that relationships in your life need to be revamped. They need to be revisited. The messages that you got from these relationships. So let me channel for you. Find something inside you to offer that has never been offered. Patience, patience is a very it's an indicator that you need to move with the seeds that you wish to plant. So whatever messages that you put out, Andrika, are the messages that you need to deliver from your own energies. Yes, seeds are supposed to be met with water, which is knowledge and plans. Yes, seeds need technology, movement. Yes, they need fire, motivation, growth. But when you plant these seeds, what kind of intentions, what kind of indications are you giving out to the universe? Very important. And again, for YouTube, I'm sorry. Well, thank you, Anna. So for Anna, let me know if you're here, if you want a reading. And guys, if you have any issues with what's going on, you can always go to my YouTube so you can get notifications every time that I'm going live. So it can go down like Funky Town in every way. Alright. I'm gonna use my vampire deck. It's a dark deck, but the messages come clear quickly, swiftly, and without any confusion every time. But make sure you share. And it doesn't have to be, a lot of people don't want their families to know that they believe, in tarot card readings and things like that. So you can always share to a group. You can always share on your personal channel. You can always put this in people's DMs, tag people. I don't have a problem with how you're sharing as long as you're sharing. So for Anna, we have intuition 22. Okay, very important. Very, very, very important. Okay. We also have the world. Okay. And the only way that people are going to be served as much as you want them to be served is if you share, because a lot of people are in financial deficits. A lot of people can't afford, to pay me for these readings. Yes, they are $7.77 for 3 cards Oracle and $11.11 for 3 cards Oracle, 2 cards Tarot, depending on how I feel or what pops out. But just give everybody a chance to be helped, to be aided and assisted at this point, because that's what's really important to me. It's not about the money, it's not about the clout, it's not about the fame, it's about serving people and giving people the answers that they need at all times, okay? So for you, Anna, intuition is the spiritual. I don't like to use the word higher vibrational when it comes to intuition, but the higher vibrational version of instinct. It's more of the feminine version of instinct. Of course, both are genetic, but at the same time, one is useful in certain respects as opposed to the other. Now, intuition 22, 22, very important. Again, this number 4, very important. You need to be tapping into what your gut is telling you. But you also have to balance that with logic, rationale, and things that are going to be more fruitful for you. Because a lot of voices, that deliver messages that are subjective as well as objective are going to be entering your life at this point. There are going to be things that you need to be acting on that aren't necessarily going to be serving you. So you need to be listening to your intuition with reason. So I think this is a card that is more of an indication that you need to be balancing yourself. Now we have the world. Let me channel the world. Okay, but first I want you to look at this card, okay, symbolically. And again, guys, if you don't have any way to reach me energetically, spiritually, you still need to understand that these are messages that you need to be listening to if you feel that this message is for you. So we have the world. So for Anna, I'm getting I'm getting that you need to be tapping into energies that you are not always aware of. Definitely meditate. Definitely give offerings at these times. I like to call it spiritual insurance. Make sure that you are available. Make sure you make space. Make sure that you have the option to have that spiritual spotter. You know what I mean? Having the option of putting your energy out there if you ever need anything, if you ever want anything, and if you ever have any requests that need to be met. You feel me? So make sure that you are setting yourself up to win at this point. Great. So next we have, I don't know what links you're posting, Melba, but I really appreciate them. What's up, Angelique? Oh, of course, Andrea. You're always welcome. Oh, Aaron Moses. Let me turn the screen back. So we have, make sure that you guys share, make sure you like, make sure you tag your best friend, because again, everybody is not going to be available to buy everybody's readings, and I give them out free. I might just give you a free reading, slide in your DM, make sure that you can afford them, because I know everybody can afford free. That's what it's about. 9 times out of 10. So we have, I want to give you guys a message. We have teaching and learning. I pulled this card last night. Very beautiful card. Very strong indications of balance. Giving, taking, regurgitation of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Let me shuffle one more time, and then we can go from there. Make sure you like so this can go in the algorithm for those who either don't have the desire to pay for my readings, which I don't have a problem with that, or they just can't. So we have the magician, very strong indicator of Mercurian energies. Mercury, very important, guys. Teaching and learning, that is very much so an indication of Mercury as well. Mercury is the planet of communication, technology, moving forward, speed, things that need to be present in everyone's energy at this point. Okay, because we have a lot of planets going into retrograde right now, and a lot of people are acting on their chaos. We need to be sleeping as far as our emotional response compared to our logical reactions. So, when we have this combination of cards, what is 5 plus 7? It's always been 11. Unless I'm crazy, I might be. But we have this energy of the magician, okay, which represents Gemini. So, the message for today is to understand where we're going. Ground yourself. Taking this information into your heart, sharing with reason, not just tagging random people, not doing things for clout, not doing things just because you feel like it, but knowing that what you're doing is going to serve somebody, knowing that you're not the only person on this planet, knowing that you've been here before, you're here to serve. The universal purpose is to serve. Why do you think that the people who have the most money, the most power, the most respect are the people who serve the most? Doctors, lawyers, presidents, royalty. So take the energy that you have, take all the emotions, whether you deem it negative, positive, fruitful, or unfruitful. Understand that people need to speak to you, people need to travel with you, people need to understand what you have going on in your mind for them to transcend, for them to go to a different place in their mind. Whether you be from New Orleans, whether you be from Atlanta, Chicago, somebody needs to know what you have going on in your mind. This is why I do this, because I like to get exchange. You feel me? Exchange of knowledge, exchange of information, exchange of emotions, exchange of expression. Expression, I believe, is the most important aspect of being human. Okay, because this is why we do everything. I dress how I dress because I want you to know something about me. You dress how you dress because you want me to know something about you, because we can all raise our vibrations equally, with understanding, with perfect transition, perfect love, perfect trust, perfect luck. And we need each other. It's always going to happen like that, and you don't have control of that. Okay, all you can control is what you take accountability for, your own personal boundaries, and how people are affected. All right, so again, guys, make sure you share. If you don't want to, that's fine. If you do, all you can do is give me a confirmation of information, and that's all we can do, man. All I can do is serve. I don't have a choice but to serve. I like to call it an automatic response, which is also known as a reflex. My reflex is to serve because I am a healer, okay? Because I come from a very violent, chaotic background, and a lot of people do that I interact with, unfortunately. But what we can do together is to make sure that, we don't have to spread that toxicity. We don't have to give that to our children. We don't have to give that to the next generation. All we can do is teach. How you doing, Stephanie? So I'm going to assume that the reason I pulled these cards, perfect. I pulled this card last night. Nature, Stephanie. Now, Stephanie, for you, which is very important, I saw your message that you had about the computer chair and the couch and things like that. And that really touched me, man, because when I moved in this apartment, I didn't have shit. I didn't have a goddamn thing. I didn't even have Wi-Fi. I had to make a bed out of dirty ass clothes. Okay, and I had to cover my body with towels that I took from a hotel I wasn't even supposed to have. So when you made that post about the couch, that really touched me because when I moved in this apartment, I was sleeping on the floor and I made a pallet out of dirty clothes. And I didn't even have quarters to wash my clothes. So that touched me. And for you, I pulled the Four of Swords. Very important towards growth because battle is ultimately going to lead to peace, like they say in Chicago, you know, where I am right now. I'm in the Chicagoland area. I'm not in the city of Chicago. I'm not in the perimeter of Chicago, but how people justify what they do is by saying, without war, there could be no peace. So this is why we have to move forward. But nature is your original state, the primal instincts that you have that are only going to push you forward. Understanding how you relate to your children. Nature is all about relationships. It's all about being non-discriminative. It's all about being, what's the word I'm looking for? Non-biased. It's all about doing things with order, with a great system, organization, math, perfect steps, going from one space to another without there being any interruptions in mental um, space, mental or emotional space. All right. So thank you, Stephanie. I really appreciate the fact that you gave that message to everyone. Now, if you guys don't understand how I do my readings, I take the energy and utilize it for everyone to hear. So if you feel like this message is something that you need to hear, it is your message. It is your message. All right. So I want to thank Heather for coming in the room. I want to thank everyone for coming in the room because what we're doing is we're ushering in new energies, new love, new phases in our life. We're all orange moons in this life, and I want you to understand that I appreciate you, and you just by being here is giving clarity and giving charity to everyone who can and cannot, give me the desire that I desire, which is, MONEY. So some people can give me that desire, some people can, and they just want to fill me out and do what needs to be done. I get that. But I do want to thank Heather. I want to thank Stephanie. I want to thank Melba. I want to thank everyone. Ashley, Cashley, Brashley. Everything that's going on is supposed to be happening right now, only because of you, not because of me. So Heather, we have the Prince of Grails. Okay, I want you to look at this card. I want you to see the symbolism, what he's holding in his hand. Look at the rings. Look at everything that's going on. I'm going to go back to my neutral deck. Okay. because everybody doesn't need dark messages. And we have healing. Now, healing is an indication of love. Very forgiveness card based. Okay? What you need at this point is water based. Now, water, like I said, is the element of plans, the element, of course, of emotion, the element of growth, and the element of metaphorical fluidity, okay, changing forms. So, what you need at this point is to understand your level of creativity. 66 is a portal, very important to the moon. Now, guys, if you're on YouTube, yes, Mo, make sure you hold on, let me see your message where well you and your partner, I don't want to say that person's name because I don't know how much they're going to appreciate that or not, but yes, I'm going to get you in right after Heather. So what you need is creativity. 6, all things are born through either 6 or 9. 6 being the number of the sun, 9 being the number of the moon. Okay, we have 66. That's the number of 3. Okay, 3 is very important when it comes to creativity. Mars, my favorite number, my planet Aries gang, AA. So, what you need is healing through forgiveness, healing through love, healing through creativity, bonding, finding something to do with all the energies that have been put out there. A lot of people, I'm not one of those people, like to forget, not forgive, but I always need to speak on it when it comes to, whatever violations or indications of energies that I didn't appreciate. So both of those cards mean all of those things. So we have Mo. I'm going to answer your question like this with my neutral deck. So when we have a yes or no question or a will or will not question, major arcana, right side up, is an indication of yes. And obviously, if you're logical, you'll understand that major arcana upside down means no. Minor arcana, of course, upside down means yes. And minor arcana, right side up means no. So I'm going to shuffle for you, give you an answer. And I usually do 5 from the top. We're going to do 3. I'm not going to do 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to cut from the middle and do 7 from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be 7. I dropped one of my cards. Okay, so then let me do 5 from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of people like me to show my cards because they think I'm always being biased for whatever reason. I don't know a lot of you guys, so, and I'm not gonna lie on my cards, so I have no reason to do that. So we have the Two of Pentacles reversed, which is a minor arcana, which means yes. We have another minor arcana. This is the Seven of Swords, which means yes. And then we have another minor arcana, Slave of the Pentacles, which means yes. So we got 3 yeses straight in a row. So make sure you share. Make sure you share so other people can get what you just got, okay, free. I usually charge people a good amount of money, not too much, not too little, just enough for them to have, an indication to the universe that they actually care about their life. Because that's why I charge. If I didn't have to charge, then I wouldn't, but I do. Okay, so make sure you share, make sure you take this link, put it in other people's DMs, and understand that there are other people outside of yourself that need to be aided. Okay, and I pulled the card of manifestation, 8. Very important. I want you to meditate on that. All right. So, guys, we have Christian. Make sure you share. Then, of course, you can get a free reading. I would love to give you a free reading. I would love that. Delisa, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for tuning in. You guys have to understand that the more that you come in, the more that you share, the more other people can be helped as well. So again, my process is I read your energy, I collect your energy, and I give you readings that other people need to hear as well. If there are people not only being live with us together as a family, other people on these replays can get the messages that you get because you're not going through this by yourself. Other people, there are millions of people, billions of people in this world that go through what you go through. The more personal your issues are, the more common they are. The more that you share, the more that you comment and ask me these very important questions, usually, the more other people can have their problems solved as well. So I need you guys to understand that, number one. Okay? Okay, so you just shared. I appreciate that. And please, I mean, I tend to trust people more than not. But when you share, I actually get a little an indication, a notification. So if you don't want to share, that's fine. But you can share to private groups, secret groups, and groups that are not going to tell all your business. I know a lot of people have family on their Facebooks and they don't want them to know all their business and stuff like that. You can also put it in people's DMs. That's not a problem at all. So for Christian, we have surrender. Now this is a card that is an indication. Look, 9-1, an indication that you need to be moving with without thought. Okay, without thought, without emotion, just strictly off of programming yourself when it pertains to justice, when it pertains to just your own personal morality. Okay, then we have the card of effort. Effort to me, when I use the word effort, I usually mean mental, spiritual, and energetic investment. Notice the number 13, 1 being the number of knowledge, 3 being the number of understanding. Very important, okay? This is an indication that you need more experience. Of course, we all need to be socializing, but I mean socializing from the heart, from without seeking, but only with charity, okay? Effort, very ego based card, putting your energy in place with very good intentions, aka, like I said before, okay? And then the indication that you're gonna have of your effort being put in a great place is self discipline. Now, you can only grow self love with self discipline. You cannot be self disciplined without having self love, and you cannot have self love without being self disciplined. So, your efforts, and look at this 1 1 1. Wow, we have we have healthy narcissism, healthy entitlement, and healthy selfishness. That is the number of 1 1 1. That's what that represents. So if you have all those things, healthy selfishness, healthy narcissism, healthy entitlement, you are going to be on your path. And an indication of your growth is going to be more self-love, more self-discipline, and of course there are going to be things that are going to be produced with and without your permission that are positive, more positive than anything you've ever experienced ever. Okay, so let me know. Okay, so Lashonda, back again. Oh my God. Again, guys, make sure you let me know when you share. Not only for you, but for those who cannot afford, you know, to 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 comment what they shared, who cannot afford to comment, and who cannot afford, to pay for these free readings. Um, of course, they can't pay for a free reading because it's free. Okay, let me. So again, we have teaching and learning from Lashonda, the number 11, and then we have again effort. It pops right back up every time, and the fact that these are opposite, opposing colors, very important in every way. Green is the complement of red, and yellow is the complement of purple. Very important. So this means that you need to have an initiation of the mind and the body. You need to be doing some yoga, and I'm ignoring the fact that this is teaching and learning and effort. This is an indication that you need to be giving your energies to making yourself more flexible, making yourself available to the energies of change. There's no fear that goes on inside you. Okay, and you need to take advantage of that. You fear things that are not necessarily things that need to be feared. Okay, a lot of people fear things like disease. A lot of people fear things like loneliness. A lot of people fear things such as, hopelessness. What you put your energy towards is not going to take anything outside you. So you need to find something, as funny as it sounds, you need to find something that's actually that you actually need to be fearing. Okay, you need to find something that you need to be actually respecting without the the humanism added to what is going on in your life. Okay, I think that's very important. I think everybody should have an enemy. Everybody should have a fear within a reason, because without that, growth is going to be harder. It's pretty much like my concept of God. Okay, God is doing everything He's doing simply because He's bored. Now, that's my opinion. That doesn't have any domain over your universe unless you want that to happen. But I just think that things happen just because, to be honest, sometimes. So you need to find a real source of opposition. Very important to the number seven. You need to find a real source to pull your motivation from. I think you need to revamp your source of, of, of motivation, pretty much. You feel me? So, a lot of people have shared, a lot of people haven't, a lot of people are coming back for second times. So, I'm just going to put more messages out there. People have been wanting me to talk about relationships. I got my cousin coming on here tomorrow afternoon, 12 Central. He's going to talk about his experiences in the military. He's going to talk about how he built the perfect relationship with his queen. He bought her a house, he bought her a ring, he bought her pretty much everything. And I want people to understand, how he built that perfect marriage with his queen, with his loved one. Um, they have a baby together. I grew up with this guy. He's my favorite cousin, and I want him to speak on that. I want him to speak on how he went to the military. He served our country. He got deployed to, I think, Afghanistan, either Afghanistan or Iraq, and he was very important to the growth and development of my life. He's a gamer. He's having his own gaming channel, trying to get the money, trying to connect with you guys. Uh, he's just a cool guy overall. So if you want me to keep connecting with these people as far as, helping and assisting, aiding you guys with relationship issues, or, supporting the theories that you guys have as far as the growth and development of your own romantic relationships, familial relationships, relationships that you have with your children, things like that. His mom was a teacher. That's one thing that we have in common. His mom is a teacher. My dad was a teacher. He's a principal now. So anything that you want from that relationship that we have to give you guys, as far as life is going down like Funky Town. So I think I'm gonna be out of here, guys. It's 9 o'clock. I gave a couple readings. I feel good about what I did. People have a lot more clarity. People have gotten what they got out this reading session. Make sure you share, even though it's a replay, even though I'm going to be done, I'm going to be out of here. I did what I wanted to do. I did what I love to do with perfect reward and perfect perfection. So that's it. I'm the bang, you the bang, we the bang together, man. Life is in the bed. Breath. It's Aaron Moses. I want to leave you with groundedness, censoredness, peace, good luck. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 12 Central Time. And I'm going to go live with my friend and her girlfriend at about 4 Central Time. That's it. Peace.